talking today with Regina Ellis from the Pikes Cancer Support House. She's the coordinator there, and she's been going through what's coming up. And talk to us about this April through May event that you've got, cooking classes.
It is. It's it's going to be a dynamic series. I'm very excited. Lindsay Harden is a Food for Life instructor. She's actually certified. She's went through a class process and all of that. She was chosen for her ability to teach as well as her culinary skills. So that's very exciting. She's lives here in Mountain Home, and she'll be doing these classes for us. So it's actually an 8-week session. So you'll come to the Pikes House once a week for 8 weeks on a Friday mornings. From April 4th until May 23rd. And class will start at 9:30 a.m., lasts for about approximately an hour and a half to 2 hours.
Okay. And they'll learn all about
They'll
what the researchers are suggesting are the items that you should and should not eat.
Right. They'll learn some information that's been put together by physicians and registered dietitians regarding nutrition and food. And then Lindsay will take that a step further, and she will not only talk about what foods you're supposed to, or that you should be eating more of, I guess is the way I should say that, but she'll also demonstrate how can we do that and how can we eat these foods and prepare them in a way.
Which is great, because there's,
Right, because you can tell me I need to eat more of this, but what I need is for you to show me how I can introduce that into my diet.
Give me a good rutabaga recipe, folks.
Give me a good recipe, and even beyond that, show me how to do that.
Yes.
Not just hand me a piece of paper, but actually show me how to prepare it and how to cook it. And,
how fun.
And then, how about, what if, I don't know if I'd like that or not, so why don't you do it for me and let me taste it, and then I'll see whether I can do that. so we've got all the bases covered with this series.
And you said earlier, before the break, that you don't have to be a cancer survivor.
This particular class is open to anyone that's interested in learning about good nutrition, really.
Is there
and nutrition with a focus on, and that's the exciting part, because as you know, everything that we do at the Pikes Cancer Support House is free. So this series actually would end up costing you probably about $60 to go through this series somewhere else. But at the Pikes Cancer Support House, we're going to take care of that for you.
Oh, how wonderful.
So it'll be free. All we ask is that you take a good look at your schedule and make sure that you can commit. Make sure that you can commit to those 8 sessions on Friday mornings, beginning April 4th at 9:30 a.m., and you'll come for 8 weeks. So the last session will be on May 23rd.
Wow.
So if you're able to do that, we do have a limited space, because even though we remodeled our kitchen, we can still only put so many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So
what an exciting... Wondering where red meat's going to end up on this one.
That's very, very, very true. Yeah. I do have a couple of the topics that they'll be talking about in class. One will be an introduction. That didn't sound right.
Or goes right along with the coughing fit today.
There you go.
We're doing great.
How about an introduction?
Okay.
An introduction to how foods fight cancer. Fueling up on low-fat, high-fiber foods.
Okay.
And how to do that. Flavoring fiber. How do we make fiber taste good?
That would be,
that would be good. Discovering dairy alternatives.
Okay.
Replacing meat. So how do we do that? Cancer-fighting compounds and immune-boosting foods. What foods have been scientifically proven to do that?
That would be fascinating, just to learn that.
Just to learn those things, and then ways that in doing that we can maintain a healthy weight. Because obesity is a huge contributor to cancer risk for most types of cancer. It's one of the
obesity
top.
Can kick off a lot of things, can it?
It can. It puts undue stress on our body. And anytime we have that undue stress, and believe me, I know about some undue stress here.
I don't stress eat. No.
It makes things not work so well, for us. And that's really that's the scary part about cancer, is it's our own cells and our own bodies that have gone haywire, and they're not acting appropriately. And that's the most elementary definition of cancer that you can get at. So the more we can do to take care of our body and make sure that our cells do act properly and stay in line and do what they're supposed to do, then the better off we're going to be. I think in
give
the
your
long
body
run.
a fighting chance, and here's a way to do it with an 8 week.
Exactly. It is. It's a
program.
great program. Now one thing we do want to stress is that if you're in treatment, and we actually have a special class that we do talk about nutrition during treatment. When you're in treatment, all the rules and everything that you've heard almost have to fly out the window. And so that's very important when you're dealing with a cancer patient that's actually in treatment. We have a dietitian that will come in. We do a quarterly class, and she provides us with information on ways that we can make sure that we're getting calories, we're getting nutrition.
I was going to say to read, yeah.
Right, when you're in treatment, because there's lots of factors that go on there, and it's very important that you work closely with your doctor while you're in treatment and make sure that you're getting the amount of calories and the type of calories that you need. And most of that information is almost contrary to the things that we try to learn and do to take care of our bodies when they're healthy.
Yeah.
And it's important that everybody realize that
there's two different,
there's two different aspects of that. And the first thing that we want to do when somebody's diagnosed with cancer is we want to get on this super healthy diet, and that may not be quite what they need at that particular moment.
Yeah.
It may be more that they need some extra calories, and
a few extra pounds may be beneficial in the long run.
Right. Well, their body is having to work extra hard in processing, the medications and things like that. So, you need extra calories to be able to do that work.
Yeah.
So it is, two-sided there, and so we do want to make sure that we, get people in the appropriate class for what they need. So this Food for Life class is definitely for those that are looking at cancer prevention, or they're finished with treatment and they've gotten good reports, and now they're entering into their recovery phases. So it's good information for that. But if you're actually in treatment, we recommend that you come attend our nutrition during and after treatment session with Jan Halligan.
Okay. And those are all on our BRMC website on the calendar page as to when those classes are ongoing.
Ongoing, as well as all of our support groups and everything else that goes on at the
Oh
Breast
my
Cancer
goodness,
Support
that
House.
is the busiest
You can
house,
scroll through that calendar for
a long
It'll take
time.
you several minutes to get through, but actually we have all of our things up throughout the end of 2014.
Wonderful.
That are listed on the website, so you can definitely find what's available at the Pites House. And of course, we're always there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. To help people figure out what support group they might want to attend, or which class would be best for them to come and attend with. Would they like to speak with a survivor? That's a program that we offer, that they can actually talk with a survivor one-on-one. Support groups may not be your thing,
right?
And that's okay. We understand that.
And especially for those that are newly diagnosed with any type of cancer. Now, this not only the person diagnosed, but any family member. Please go to the Pites Cancer Support House.
We have a wonderful caregiver support group.
Yeah.
And in fact, as of January of this year, Sherry Rasa is our facilitator for that group, and she's amazing, and she's been there. She was a caregiver for her husband, and she just has a wonderful way about her, and that group is just terrific. And so it's important to understand that if you have a friend or a family member that's going through cancer, there's things that you need to understand and learn about so that you can help them. And you still need to take care of yourself as well.
I was going to just say, and most of all, you need to remember to take care of yourself.
Because that's the biggest thing, is caregivers tend to put so much out that they get run down.
I can remember many a family that I've talked with over the years where it was not the patient I was concerned about, it was the caregiver. And no one could see that. They were so focused on the person with the diagnosed disease that the other person was literally burning themselves out.
And it's amazing what resources we have available in the area. And if you just come in and talk to somebody, maybe they can point you in a direction of where you can get some help for that.
Right.
Or just little tips and tricks, from those of us that have been there and wish we would have done a little different. And so just being able to share those things with somebody is
such a warm environment. That's the main thing too. It's a home.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's an
just a
absolutely
place to
comforting place to go.
come in,
So,
have a cup of coffee, and
yep.
sit down and
Enjoy that
see
new
what
kitchen.
you need. Yeah.
Or
see-
the living room, or
Right.
Yeah.
wherever.
It's all wonderful.
And also we have exercise classes, and a lot of people forget about that. And from time to time, I forget about that. Is that we have exercise classes, available for survivors, and you are a survivor from the moment you're diagnosed.
Yeah.
So it's important to remember that.
And I
those
love
are
that.
free of
I
charge.
love the way that's phrased. Yeah.
Yes, the
Yeah.
moment you're diagnosed, that's when your survivorship begins. That's when we start the clock.
Yep.
So whether that's 2 days or 20 years, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, there's some real passionate folks over there too. So.
Yes, very, very blessed.
All right, so that's the Food for Life, April 4th to May 23rd.
Yes.
What else, dare I ask, do you have going on over
Oh,
at
I'll
Pikes?
come back.
Okay.
We'll come back and talk about some of those things, because we do have some other neat things that are coming up. We'll be doing our nutrition series with Jan in March. We'll be doing a Cancer What You Need to Know series that kind of explains, what cancer is, and well, what is chemotherapy and how does that work, and
Yeah.
what is radiation and how does that work, how does that, so we've got a great class that we do
And that's
quarterly.
real important. I know that when a friend was diagnosed with cancer,
Just understanding
just
the basics.
understanding the basics would have been so helpful to be able to help her, because
Right. Well, we
chemotherapy,
hear all-
we just
right,
think
we-
they're going to have one or the other or both, and it's
Right,
like,
and why would
yeah,
they do that, and
yeah.
this, that, and the other, and so we've got a great class that we do, that explains
Mm-hmm.
that. That'll be coming up in March as well, so we'll come back,
all
and
right, well,
talk
let's
about
go,
things.
let's go back, and March 7th,
Yes, dress in blue.
dress in blue,
Let's see,
colon
I've
cancer.
got a little bit of blue somewhere
Yeah,
here.
colon cancer.
Yes.
Which is a Friday. That would be fun. And there'll be, check out the BRMC, the Facebook page, and give us lots of likes.
Yes,
Love that.
yes. Invite others. We
Yeah.
want to see that into the thousands.
Yeah.
We've got
That'd be great.
thousands of people around here.
Yeah.
And we've got friends and family all over the world that we can invite. And
Yep.
this is actually an event that they can do wherever they're at.
Sure. Any place in the world.
Just go to your closet
It's
and
Dress
put on
in Blue
something
Day because colon cancer is all over the world.
It is.
So.
It is. So that's a good one. Our cancer retreat, get your registration in quick. That's the biggest thing on that one. It'll be held March 14th through 16th at the Fisherman's Lodge in Cotter.
Okay.
And then, check your calendar and see if you can attend our Food for Life class.
Food for Life,
I've got 20
8 weeks.
spots.
20 spots. Oh, those are going to go fast. So,
yes,
yeah,
don't
be
hesitate.
Sure.
Give me a
Yeah.
call, 508-2273. If we're not there, leave your name and number on the machine, and we'll call you back and get you registered for those classes.
Regina, as always, Pikes Cancer Support House, you are the most, you're just, the house is so active, such great volunteers, and you do so much good for our community. Thank you for being here today.
Well, thank you for having me.
Well, will you come back real soon for the
I will.
next
I
batch of stuff you wish?